Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where my voice is still not great, and I was definitely a little out of it last episode. There's no doubt about that. Hopefully I'm a little less out of it this time, and hopefully my voice starts to improve soon. That would be nice. Soon would be nice. We need to continue to push through Shun Mongolia here. And that would be absolutely great to get this war over. We are already done with our truce with Scandinavia, and we're running low on time to fight them again. So we need to get out of this war sooner rather than later. We're going to push on through here. I want these guys to actually head out. Over here is fine. That'll be okay. And we'll just press on through here. I do see these guys down this direction. It's very rude of them, but, I mean, what are you going to do, right? They're going to do this. That's absolutely fine for now. We're going to push through and take back a bunch of territory up over this way. So for the moment, that all looks reasonably fine. But we do need to move some forces down and deal with these lads. There are rather a lot of them, and this unit is in some danger at this point. Okay, so we're taking back a lot of territory up over here, no doubt about it. I want these guys to head southward. We need to group up a little bit here. We are absolutely in danger in the south, and the question is, what do we want to do about that? Well, we need to continue to take back territory over here as quick as we can. That is goal number one. I want these guys to head south, and we're just taking back all of this, and that should go reasonably swiftly. The next question is, can we catch something over here? I'm going to head this direction for right now. And I'd like to start picking off armies over here. This one is a good one to pick off. The main problem is these guys exist down here. This army is overextended. We'll see if they take advantage of that. If they do, fair enough. If they don't, great. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so what do we got going on here? These guys are kind of moving away, which is fascinating. Now they're moving reinforcements in, but these are too late. So now these guys are going to be heading in, though. And this, while we did manage to stack wipe that 22k stack, we're likely going to lose this battle. That is acceptable. We are understanding of that fact, and it is not actually a problem. We're bringing these armies southward. And we'll see how this ends up going here. But I don't expect to win this. Yeah. We did not win that. That was reasonably expected. Where are we retreating to? Out over here? Argon? That's not so bad. Okay. For the time being, that's fine. I will accept a stack wipe there. We absolutely managed to stack wipe them, and that is magnificent. We need to bring all of these forces southward and deal with their armies as they exist down here. That is mission number one at this time. These guys are successfully taking all of this back. I want to bring these guys southward as well. And it'll take a little bit for these forces to regenerate. That is all understood. So we're going to bring these forces southward. And this should be sufficient force concentration to handle what's going on over here. So that's fine. We're going to continue to take back these regions. And I'm just allowing this force to get a bit caught up here. That'll be okay. We should absolutely come down over this way. Although I'm going to leave an army up over here to cap this area back for now. Okay. Where are you guys going? You're going into Setsun? I'm going to let them lock in here, and then we're going to go stack wipe this 8k stack. That'll be great. These guys are going to get turned around. It'll take them some time. That's okay. They need to recover, after all. So next, I want to come down and eliminate this force, ideally. We'll chase them down a bit, and we're going to continue to occupy up over here. These guys will need to get dealt with, but we're going to catch something here, looks like. That's good. Yes. We absolutely do catch them there, and they end up retreating. Next, I want to come down here and attack this force. We're going to continue to press in over here. I want these guys to actually head southward here to deal with this. Okay. So that's all looking reasonably fine. Wow, it's 1819 already. Okay, this might actually, I think this is the last episode. We'll probably keep going beyond the end of the game if we need a little bit extra time here. I didn't expect this to be the last episode, but I suspect it to be that now. It's already 1819. Time is going so fast right now. So we win this battle down here. That's excellent. And we're just going to go cap some of these territories. Looks good. And I want to come catch this army down here. So we find ourselves at 4% war score right now, which is remarkable. Why are we only at 4%? Because we don't have ticking war score. Okay, we need to occupy this. That's fine. We can definitely do that. So we're going to stack wipe something over here for sure. There we go. And let's just have you go over and grab the Wargle. That'll be fine. These guys can head southward at this point. So yeah, I think we are going to go beyond the end date a little bit here, just because this is going to be the end of the series. And that's absolutely fine. Wait, where was that? Right up over here? Okay. We can probably take this without waiting for a month tick, is my guess. So we're going to do that. That'll be fine. And these lads can definitely head up over here. Okay. So that's all looking good. We do need to come down and fight this Shun force. Cool. And eventually we will take this Wargle back. I want to move these guys. Actually, these guys can go here. I want to move these guys back up over this way, though. We see this force on their way in from Korea. And these guys are definitely going to need to head southward to reinforce that. Okay. There's apparently a new religion spreading. Whatever. That's absolutely fine. Okay. I want these guys to head down here, while these guys make a pincer movement up this way. That'll be fine. And then these guys can stack together. And we've occupied here as well. So we're going to come reinforce down here. Looks good. We win down this direction, and we can start to take this all back. Excellent. We can cap out our admin tech. Our admin tech is now maxed, so that's perfect. And we find ourselves at 13% war score right now. We definitely want to bring those numbers up. No doubt about that. Okay, I'm going to bring these guys down this way. And we are moving in and attacking here. I don't want to do that yet. These guys are pretty far behind. So for the moment, we're going to wait on that one. But we are going to get a battle engaged here. Looks good. We stack wiped them, in fact. That's excellent. I want these guys to attack here, and I want these guys to attack here. Simultaneous attacks. So in we go. We're going to have a tougher fight in the north, it looks like. That's okay. We did end up losing in the north, but that's okay. We can move in here with this force. And these guys can start moving northward as well. So our northern flank crumbled a little bit there, no doubt about it. But we're just going to move up over this way. We should easily win this with our second engagement. We've got plenty of troops for this. There we go. So that is indeed a victory. And we're just going to make our way through over here. We're at 20% war score now. And we're going to need to get these guys turned around as soon as we can. They're also retreating up to Arkin. Okay, that'll take a little bit. We'll just grab these guys if we can select them. Apparently we can't, but we'll just grab them and move them up. That'll be fine. I want to move these guys into Zillangul. There we go. Okay, so our armies are pushing through here nicely. Excellent. The next question is, are we going to attack Korea proper? The answer to that is probably no. I would like to push Korea out of this war. We have 1156 reasons to not accept this right now, and that's because we need to occupy this fort. That's fine. We can definitely do that. These guys are not ready to be turned around yet. Okay. So we're just going to push in over here for now. And we're just pushing in across this broad front at this point. No problem whatsoever here. We're going to grab Jurem. No, not you. You're going to go to Josutu? Had to turn my head to read that one. Not complicated to read. It's just, kind of vertical. Okay, we're going to have these guys come in and start up a siege on this fort. Now, we are out of manpower at this time, and that is a small concern. No doubt about that. But let's just continue to push on in here, and we need to take over this fort. University expansion? Yep, that's fine. So Korea's offering us peace. We probably don't want the offer that Korea is giving us. Yeah, I don't think we do. We want to come down over here. We want to be rebuilding our manpower. So for now, I'm going to send this army up to here, and we're going to set them to drilling. And this army, I think, is probably going to head down to Row. I don't believe that we need these two armies at this time. So that'll be reasonably fine. We do need 150,000 men, but we are gaining a lot per month. The game is going to end very, very, very shortly here. No doubt about that. The end definitely snuck up on me. That's for sure. But we are going to wrap this up with a war with Scandinavia. I don't know if we'll finish the war with Scandinavia. This will be the final episode of this particular series. But I am going to declare a war with Scandinavia, I think. It's going to be kind of spicy with our current manpower situation, but Scandinavia should be a lot weaker than they were last time. Okay, I would not argue that that's a lot weaker. We might just omit the Scandinavia war depending on what the timing is looking like. We'll need manpower for it. We can beat them. But we will absolutely need manpower to do it. We are regenerating manpower a good amount here, so that's absolutely fine. Our armies are getting stronger and stronger all the time, so that looks good. We are going to finish this fort siege very, very shortly. But we aren't there yet. Most of our manpower is going in here. Okay, there, we finished it. Most of our manpower is going in here. Let's push in a little bit further here. And then we also need to remember that there are these two locations here. So we do need to go grab these. So I'm going to move this army over to grab that. Okay. We also can continue to press in over here for additional war score. Peasants over here. We don't need to deal with that. That's reasonably fine. Okay, there's the end of the game. We knew that this was going to happen. We have the most provinces in the game, the second highest province value, 14th largest navy, the 5th largest army. That isn't surprising. 7th highest income, 19th highest trade income. That's all fine. We're reasonably happy with that. We did beat Spain's historical score. In fact, we beat every historical score. So I like it. We are going to continue for now. This is, of course, going to be the final episode, but we look like we need to reinforce this area. Since Korea is piling in here, we will indeed reinforce. Boy, Korea's really piling in. They are sending a lot of forces here. I'm going to retreat behind this fort. Korea really sent a lot of armies in here. A whole lot. How much do they have at this point? 177k and 45k manpower? Okay. I mean, they can't keep that up. So that'll be reasonably fine. What I do want to do here is check in on our religion. Our piety's at minus 49. Okay. I'd like to move further towards mysticism. Now, I manually retreated these guys, so they're not going to go all that far. Why are you black flagged? Can you not be black flagged, please? We need to take this. Okay, so we're going to have to turn around and fight these guys again, right? That's fine. We are moving forces in. So for the moment, wow, they're sieging this very quickly. We're going to need to group these guys together and start heading up over here. And that is exactly what we're going to do. So we're sending some forces up here. They have absolutely huge numbers in this area. 137k here. But that's okay. That's absolutely fine for the moment. I'm not sure we actually want to fight this. We want to group up our forces, I think. Okay. They're pretty grouped up here. No doubt about that. This army is not actually making any siege progress here, which is unfortunate. Shun wants to have peace here. I do too, but we are going to fight here. And we end up stack wiping that. So that's perfect. Next, I want to head up this direction. Maybe not this direction. This is 118k with another 70k in the back. We're going to see if we can catch some of these. So they're going to be 18, 19, 21 August. We will not catch any of these as it is right now. Okay. That's reasonably fine. We're going to maneuver out over this way, and we can see that they're splitting their force. So we're going to go hit this 6K stack. There we go. That will stack wipe. Next, what I want to do is hit this 19.2K stack. They're going to pile in here. We're hoping that we finish that up in time, but we don't. We absolutely do not. We're going to have to retreat from that. Ooh, we had multiple retreat points. That is not ideal. That is definitely not ideal. Okay. Should we just exit this war? Honestly, I kind of feel like we should. We would have to give up all of this stuff over here. That's still 19 reasons not to. Okay. We can bring more forces in. Korea's being an absolute jerk about this. No doubt about it. Let's bring these guys back. And we'll bring these guys up as well. Korea, what is their manpower regeneration? I have to wonder that. I kind of want to find out. Let's tag over to core. And let's see what they have. 3256. Interesting. I would have expected them to be more tapped out than they are at this point. So we are TRS, I believe we determined. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's very interesting that they're only at 3,000 manpower regeneration. So we're retreating back over here. For now, that's reasonably fine. They can't keep this up. We're just going to bring in more reserves. I'm still being greedy here is what's ultimately happening. And that's reasonably fine. So we are working on taking this area back. That's absolutely okay. Let's go siege this for the time being. I want these units. I want you to group up over here eventually. But yeah, they just regrouped in here and pushed through here. We just didn't have the force concentration to handle it. That's fine. We're going to push in over this way for now. We'll get this siege down relatively quickly. Move towards mysticism. Absolutely mysticism. How are we doing here? We're at 74? Oh, we need 75. Okay. That's fine for the moment. So we're going to take back these areas. And where are these armies at? These guys are actually not moving. Let's get them moving up here. I want you guys to come down over here. Okay. So for now, that's okay. We're going to group these armies together. Corrupt taxmen. Okay, that's fine. This war has definitely gotten a little out of control. Mostly due to underestimating Korea. That's pretty much what it comes down to. But we're going to march down this way. There's actually not that much else that they can do. They're very close to being completely dead here. So that's fine. We're moving these armies in, and there are a lot of them up over here. For now, we need to group our forces up a bit. And that's exactly what we're going to do. This siege is going to end shortly, which is going to free up a lot of our units, which is great. We're very pleased about that. Okay. Once these guys arrive here, which they'll eventually do, this will be fine. We're going to go in here, catching some of their forces anyway. Ooh, we actually catch a small portion of their forces there. That's really, really good for us. So from here, we can push up this direction. We still haven't finished up this siege. It'll get done eventually. There we go. And now we can head up over here and start taking back some of this territory. Looks good. At this point, we're still at 74. We don't actually change this in any meaningful way, which is sad. But that's okay. We can start heading over this direction with this force, and these guys are going to start taking back some of this territory. We're just pushing them back yet again. Eventually, they'll get tired of this. Eventually. The question is when. Well, we're going to fight them right up over here. And that's another good stack wipe there. I like it. Where are these guys going? They're going here? In which case, we can just turn right back around and stack wipe another 10k, which will be great. We're very pleased about that. In fact, they have turned, and they're now heading this direction. That's reasonably fine. Okay, so we are grabbing all of this territory down here. which for the moment seems good. This is a very weak army down in the south here. Our south army is extraordinarily weak. We don't need to worry about that for now. Korea is offering peace. They would negotiate for themselves. We could actually get Korea out of this war. I was under the impression they're tributary of Korea. Okay, they're not a vassal of Korea. Cool, let's get Korea out of this. There we go. So with Korea out of this, we have no problems ahead of us. This is going to be absolutely fine. We don't need to do any major fighting here. We can just start to cap back some of this territory. So that'll be absolutely great. Korea's out of this, and so is Shun. They just don't know it yet. Okay, I'm going to send this force up over here, and we're going to knock Shun's army out of here. We're going to be taking back a lot of this territory. So they're going to be coming up over here. Yeah, we'll see if we catch them there. No, we don't. That's fine. We'll just head out over this way. Looks good. So I want to continue to press in over this way. These guys should go start up this siege. Absolutely. Let's get this war over with. Okay, let's bring these guys up north here, and we'll just chase this force while these guys get all of this dealt with. Perfect. So this got very awkward, there's no doubt about it, but in the end, we are able to pull out a victory. This does delay us long enough to where our war with Scandinavia isn't going to end up happening, but that's okay. I mean, that war with Scandinavia was going to be pretty big anyway. Even if we had declared it right when the truce was up in 1815, to be honest, I doubt we would have had the war done by the end of the game anyway. So that's reasonably fine. I'm not too concerned about that one. We can move these guys over here. That all looks good. And we're just chasing these so that they don't have time to do anything of note. Perfect. So at this point, all we need is to get this siege completed. And prevent these guys from doing any nonsense. Now, they are moving a lot faster than we are. No doubt about that. They're fairly cavalry heavy, I guess. But they were able to siege this before we were able to actually catch up, even though we were moving directly after them. So yeah, they're definitely moving pretty fast, but we are going to catch them here. They're not really able to do anything on that front. So that looks good. At this point, they would not accept this peace deal. They have 977 reasons not to. And we're going to, at this point, force march down this direction. And we'll see about stopping them. Cool. This siege will take a little bit. That's expected. And over we go. So we're going to need to do Victoria next, and we'll have to figure out exactly what we want to do in Victoria. That's going to be very interesting. I'm kind of leaning towards playing Russia. We have a lot of Russian territory here. So we haven't played as Russia. That would be a very interesting thing to do, in my opinion. Let's turn off that force march. And we're going to have to go deal with these guys up over here. That's very rude, but that's fine. Reasonably expected. Okay. I really want to get this war wrapped up. No doubt about it. We are lacking a lot of men, but ultimately, if you ask why did that war get so awkward, it comes down to an underestimation of Korea. That's what it comes down to. They concentrated their forces better than we did, and that's what it is. We just needed to bring more forces up. I went kind of half-cocked on this war, and that's the price we pay. It's fine. So we're going to continue to take territory up over this way. No doubt about that. And these guys are coming after Shun, who are down here at this point. Okay, that's a little weird. Whatever. Move more towards mysticism, absolutely, because that allows us to grab a bunch of manpower. That completes our entire deficit of manpower, and we're able to get our troops filled back up very, very swiftly at this point. So that is great. Sure, we'll stop them. Okay, so we're going to fight Shun's force down here. They're going to get instantly stack wiped. So that's perfect. We'll get this taken back. What an excellent idea indeed. And we're going to continue to occupy areas out over here. Permian separatists have risen up out over here. Okay. We must have missed these Bashkirian separatists. Fascinating. I didn't expect that would happen. But that's okay. We'll just go deal with these down over here. Cool. And we're at 99% occupation at this point. Of course, we're going to need to take back these territories if we want to be at 100, but we probably don't need 100. Yeah, this is good. So we're just going to end that with a decisive victory. Fantastic. We'll bring these guys on back. And at this point, it's basically time to end this series. However, let's just hit this core all button and see how close we get to coring it all. Very close indeed. We'll have that all cored, and we'll be able to attack Scandinavia from this position if this series were to continue. That would be what we would be able to do within the next year or two. Wouldn't be too bad. So that's absolutely great. At this point, let's just go through our timeline. So this is how we started. And this is how we ended. Minor difference there, especially considering Nogai is our vassal. So Nogai is almost exactly the same, but Transoxania is much, much bigger. Let's just go right on through this, and we can watch our blobbing. Fantastic. And I am kind of thinking about playing Russia in Victoria. I think that would be an interesting thing to do. We haven't played as Russia, and it's going to be fascinating. No doubt about that. So we'll just pretend to be Russians. You know, the legendary Carpetanian Russians that everyone knows about. Boy, the Ottomans are starting to fall apart here, and that Ottoman fall was insane. No doubt about it. Russia had a similar fall, and I think it's pretty much just Scandinavia and Lithuania. But it's mostly Scandinavia really breaking in there. We are noticing it at this point and cutting off Scandinavia. And now, things are quite recent. No doubt about that. There's our victory against, well, everybody. And then finally our victory against Transoxania. We are Transoxania. Against Shun. There at the end. So we definitely had a lot of territory. No doubt about that. A significant amount of Russia. And we were going to get more. So yeah, I think that's absolutely fine. I want to play as Russia in Victoria, and that will start up in the next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.